Hi. Welcome back to the channel. I know this is so late. Like, by the time this comes out, new episode comes out tomorrow. So, I'm sorry. I promise the new review of the new episode will be out on time. Okay, expeditiously. I started a new job. I got food poisoning. A lot's been going on, but I really want to talk about this latest episode of Euphoria. Episode 3 last week. I feel like I just need to go on a brief rant. I can't stand these people that are so on dick about the cinematography in this season. Y'all don't know what you have for real. First of all, I don't know why you want the show to look like a CW show so bad. I don't know why you want it to look like a 2010s music video so bad with like a Rio de Janeiro filter on it. Like, cool, like for the era that was cool, right? And I feel like for looking at the lens of high school, that was cool, right? We are so grown, we are so past that. Like, are you still 17, 18, 19, 20 wanting to see the exact same type of Euphoria content? Like, this is not the same show. This is also the first narrative TV show to be shot on 65mm film, and one of the only TV shows to be shot on 35mm film. These bitches need to grow the fuck up. I'm sorry. Like, y'all just will complain about anything. Y'all are watching this show with your eyes glued open, huh? I think the same thing goes for the people that are complaining about Jules' profession, or the people that are complaining that everyone is in sex work. Newsflash, just because you and everyone else you know is miserable in retail and does not have a life and works at Target or a gas station or something like that. I'm not hating. I'm a supervisor at a thrift store. But there are other people, other baddies in this capitalist hellscape that want more for themselves, that want more money. And I guarantee you, you know someone that's doing what Jules is doing. Since we're already talking about Jules, I'm so jealous of people that transitioned at like 14. So jealous. To have the privilege to not have to deal with male puberty or male hormones. It makes me want to die inside. I love that scene of Jules getting wrapped in the saran wrap. Oh my god. That shot of her hands above her with, oh my god, the cinematography. Oh my god. With the use of blue and red and the clear color of the wrap, and how they're using natural lighting. They're not just sticking a fucking ring light or putting a filter. I'm sorry, I love the natural lighting a lot more, and the fact that they use it so well. I know that I referenced it previously in the scene where Angel is like doing the dance, but in this scene with Jules, the fact that it's so dark in the room, that like that scene with her hands, it looks like black. It's just, ugh, it's perfect. Oh my god, oh my god. And then we get Rosalia. Are you joking? The fact that she is having a conversation with, hold on, I'm gonna rant again. I feel like niggas really just don't understand how iconic this cast is, how crazy this cast is. Like, the OG cast, yeah, like they have become iconic, but the new cast is so good, so iconic. Again, I feel like people just don't understand what they have for real. Like, this cast is so crazy. I definitely feel like in 5 years, maybe even less, people will look back on this season and be like, damn, what was all that hate for real? I really love this version of Rue. I'm loving how Zendaya is playing her specifically. I know that a lot of people are like conflicted or just like straight up hate that she's playing her like a man. Like, she's playing her like she's ogling women, like blah blah blah. Have you ever met a lesbian? God damn. I also want to point out, the rednecks didn't kill the pig. Alamo killed the pig. So, like, low-key, El Alamo. Now I know what y'all are really here for. I don't even know why I talked about all that other shit. We gotta talk about what we all are really here for. That fucking wedding. Let's talk about that wedding, bro. First of all, everyone looked so good. They looked so good. Jules' dress looked amazing. I loved Rue showing up in that fucking suit. What was that suit, girl? Nate's dad seeing Jules and being like, I think that's an old friend of Nate's. Also, Eric Dane. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. That scene of Nate where he's like freaking out, obviously, pre-wedding jitters, we got that, all that. I also think that part of it is that he's like, oh my god, like, I'm marrying Cassie. Like, I'm about to marry Cassie. This is about to be a decision that I make. Like, for real. I think Cassie's mom and her, like, performance in this, she's just, like, the perfect character. Because Misery really does love company, and people like her will just try to drag you down and drag you down with her. They want you to be as sad as her so bad. They want you to be unhappy like her so bad. Like, if you're just walk into traffic and die then. Like, oh my god. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I just recently watched it, but Jacob looks very Wuthering Heights. Like, very Wuthering Heights era Jacob Elordi in this episode. And all Cassie's flowers. Could you not have achieved that with fake flowers? Seriously? Girl, seriously? But it does make sense because we got that shot of her previously in like other seasons, remember, with all those flowers? So it checks out, I guess. I also like that little moment where like the rednecks are talking, like Alamo is trying to get that deal started, and they're like, we should kidnap her, and Lori's like, I do miss her. Like, they're crazy, but that was kind of cute. We get back to the wedding. Everyone is sitting down. Everyone's chilling. You know what I'm saying? We got that hilarious little bit where Cassie's like, no, like, oh my god, like, I look bad. And he's like, no, like, you'll get thinner as it melts. It's fine. You'll get thinner as it melts. I feel like the way they're talking is so true to the way that you talk to people outside of high school. I also feel like Maddie's POV is really important because you might think that you're not the one that's winning, but a lot of time the people that are just putting on a show. I know that this is common knowledge, right? But if you think that you're the ex that lost, a lot of the times you are not the ex that lost. Just saying. I really like Cal's speech. I think it's really great that everyone was like expecting him to fuck it up, but he didn't. And I love that. I think it's really cute. I also love the conversation that he gets to have with Jules. They get to have that little bit of like closure. I know that Sam Levinson has said that he writes every season of Euphoria like it's the last season of Euphoria, but I think that if this is the actual last season, it's doing a pretty good job of like tying up a couple knots, especially with the characters that won't be with us anymore. Fuck. And then we have Nate getting pressed. And this is the most unrealistic thing in the show for me because like, how is neither Cassie or Nate losing their mind? Like, Cassie's doing a really good job at holding it together. Sydney Sweeney's performance, put her in a horror. Whoa, that probably sounded crazy. Put her in a horror movie ASAP. She's so good. I love. You can really see once again because this is shot on film. You can really see the like pores and like where their makeup clumps up and oh my god. Cassie's dress. I didn't even mention Cassie's dress, but Cassie's dress is beautiful. And like you get that shot of Maude Apatow like turning, and then Sydney Sweeney turning. Oh, that was good. That was good. This is peak Euphoria. I don't care. I like that Jules and Nate get to have their conversation. Jules is linking up with everybody in this episode, but I also really like that they share a cigarette because I think that that's one of the most romantic things that you can do with someone, and like that's been a thing, so it's really nice that they got that little moment. Still mad at Sam for abandoning that storyline. Maybe he hasn't. I love Lori so much. I love that quote that she tells to Rue, like when she's trying to get her back, and she's like, the grass is always greener by the septic tank. And at first you're like, what? But and low-key, the more you think about it, you're also like, what? But if you think a little rednecky, she kind of right. And I don't know what the fuck Sam Levinson watched before making this season. Everyone is comparing it to Tarantino. Even I was comparing it to Tarantino. I feel like a lot of people are doing it because that's like the only era of film that like looks like this, that they like know what's referenced from. And they're completely unaware of like the blaxploitation films that like existed that actually influenced Tarantino and stuff like that. I feel like Sam is definitely pulling more from that actually than he is from Tarantino, especially with the little reference you get when Lori was like, I didn't know that blacks liked westerns. Girl, blacks love westerns. That scene of Cassie crying while Nate's getting his fucking ass beat, So cathartic. It felt so good. So like Nate is really getting what he deserves in this season, and I love to see it. Everyone's like, "Oh, Nate is nerfed. Nate is whatever," because Nate doesn't have the high school to build him. You know what I mean? Have you ever met someone who peaked in high school? He's not surrounded by a bunch of jocks and a bunch of people that think he's popular. He's surrounded by his suburban neighbors who he's conning because he's broke after high school. After high school, life sucks. You don't have a group of jocks and a group of girls around you to be like, you're so cool, you're so valid, everything you do is so valid. Nothing you do is valid, nigga, actually, and you're broke as fuck and you have to rip off your neighbors. Like, it totally makes sense to me. And I love that Cassie doesn't really have that reality check. Like, she hasn't had to get a job. She hasn't had to do whatever. Like, the only reason she's doing OnlyFans is because she wants something and she's not being given it. You know, she's usually given it. And that's why Nate is getting his fucking ass beat. And she's like, he never listens. He never listens. You're right. He never listens. That scene blew my mind. It blew my mind. Also, the color palette, very Kill Bill. Very Kill Bill. But what he said is for real, y'all. Some people inherit wealth and some people inherit debt. You better check up with who you want to be with for the rest of your life before you decide to be with them for the rest of your life. And then we get the fucking DEA showing up behind Rue. What the hell? Hear me out. I don't even know if that's a real DEA. I don't know if that's a DEA. It might be like Alamo or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe he's trying to throw her off or like do something like, would you snitch? Or like blah blah. I don't know. But it seems, because who the fuck would have called? I'd be wondering who would have called. But then, like, the end credit song, like, Paladin. This is the best thing Sam Levinson has ever touched. Literally, I was watching it with someone, they were like, I hate to suck Sam Levinson off, but, like, oh my, and, like, I feel the exact same way, because, trust me, I've had my issues with Sam in the past. But this is great. I think he put his whole Sam Levinson. Let's see into this motherfucker. I love this show so much. I think it's continuously getting better. I think the season is just like, he's still editing episodes 7 and 8. Don't fucking Stranger Things us, bro. I will literally. Ooh, I don't know if I can handle that. I went through Game of Thrones. I went through Stranger Things. I don't know if I can go through Euphoria. I don't know if I can handle that. Sorry. But I really love this episode. I know I say this in every review so far, but this is my favorite episode of this season so far. Also, I don't even know if I mentioned it. That title card in the penthouse. Why wasn't it like this before? This is so much better. I don't understand why. I think, like I said, I think the people that want old Euphoria back are still stuck in high school, deadass, because, oh, this is so good. I can't wait to see more. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this last episode of Euphoria, and if you liked the video, make sure you actually like the video and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow for a new video. The new Euphoria the new Euphoria review will probably be out on Monday, but on Sunday, Speak on It returns. I know. Remember when that was every Sunday? Jesus Christ, we fell off. But I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Fuck off.